President, dear friends, distinguished colleagues, dear Maltese friends, of course, thank you very much for having us here. I wish you the best of luck in the Maltese general elections and hope that both this country and my country can have prime ministers from this political family very soon. Now, as we are at the Rome Treaty's 60th anniversary, we find ourselves this very day at the start of the Brexit process. It is no exaggeration to say that we are indeed at a crossroads. We have a few options of where EU can go from here. I would like to use these few minutes to outline a few of the points we need to prioritize to regain confidence from our citizens and to fulfill our most important tasks. The most important is that Europe holds together and sticks to its founding principles. Our liberal democracy, the rule of law, our open economies. These have been the pillars over time of our prosperity, dignity, wealth, and security upon which the European house was built. What we have built is a common European house. An impressive one, despite its being 60 years old, is still standing. There is an amount of order in it. Life is comfortable and rich for many of its inhabitants. However, quite recently, we figured out that the foundation of the house was not as solidly constructed as we thought. Also, after 60 years, the wiring and the pipes need upgrade to reach today's standards. The kitchen doesn't provide food on the table for everyone. We also discovered that after we removed the doors inside the house, we forgot to put up a proper gate at the entrance. All this comes at a time when one of the inhabitants in our house is moving out and will therefore not contribute anymore to the rent the way we are used to. And on top of that, we have some disturbing, serious troublemakers in our immediate neighborhood. This is not the time to build additional floors on the house or buy new furniture. What this is the time to do is the time to look at our European house stands solid and that there is indeed food on the table. This means that we need to concentrate on three things. The food on the table means jobs, means being able to support oneself in troubled times when labor markets are changing. There's no way around keeping the economies in order, and we need economies that grow in a world where Europe is the part of the world that grows the least. Only if we stay competitive in an increasingly competitive world can we provide food on the table for our citizens. And let me remind you that I think that a great extent of the rising populism and extremism comes from this. People losing trust in EU dealing with economy and jobs, being able to put food on the table. We need more jobs, more growth. We need to fulfill the single market, the vision of it. We need to provide a digital single market in order for new types of jobs to grow. We need the energy union to work. We need a better functioning internal market for services. And we need trade, even in Brexit times and even in tough US-European relations times. Now, the second big challenge is security. We have to secure our external border so we can trust that the migration flows are controlled in the coming decades, as we know that migration pressure will be enormous for time to come. And no country can be allowed to choose not to take part in this, our common responsibility. We need to take this on together, and there have to be effects in the long-term budget work if countries still choose not to take on this joint challenge. We have to implement the EU global security strategy. We want to export stability instead of import instability from our neighbours. Now, the third and final task is dealing with the Brexit. We need to settle our future relationship with the UK in order to function as well as possible for the Union, for the UK, and for our citizens, economies, jobs, and security. We need functioning relations. But we also have to deal with that there will be budgetary consequences. We have to trim our own budget, we have to handle the economic consequences, and we have to do so within responsible budget frames. Otherwise, we will lose not only money, but also trust from our citizens. These are challenges. These are enormous challenges, but I'm sure that we can meet them. We can do this. We have a beautiful 60-year-old house. A bit worn, but the best house this world has seen. It's actually been a lighthouse for people across the globe for decades, and we have very good reasons to be proud of that. We have the institutions and the tools that we need. What Europe lacks is political will, courage, and hard work, our work. Then we can talk about how to improve and strengthen the House in the future. I hope that we will get there very soon if we meet these challenges together. Thank you very much.